Get my water, get my water. Not a good spot. It's not that big of a deal, but oh, there's a nice, a cool alley to cruise down right here. But we'll stay. We'll cruise by Pine Street. So Pine Street, there's, let's see what's going on Pine. So there's a lot of homeless people right here. Yeah. We'll see. Let's cruise right here and we'll jump over on the next street to First. Pretty quiet though. It's quiet everywhere. Usually there's a lot of people lined up, kicking back right here. There's recycling, you know, recycling facilities around here. So if I go down too far, I'm going to end up where I usually end up, which is over on, you know, across from McDonald's there. And then we end up going through downtown. So I think I'm going to have to switch back to the right and cross back on Standard. Oh, lots of people hanging out right here too. Yeah, we'll go back to Standard. So this place is pretty activated, to be honest with you. But I should be all right, as long as people don't trip out on the camera. So that Ferrari is still stuck right there. Got some new graffiti on the side of this barn right here. That barn burned down, I don't know how long ago, but yeah, it burned down. But there looks like there's some new graffiti on it. We're gonna cut to the left again and get another light, because right here we'll get jammed up right over here. So kind of a lot of zigzagging, but in the morning I would just fly through all those streets. It wouldn't be no thing. And this will be familiar because I go on this street all the time in the morning. Is it Garfield? Something like that. We got to get across 4th Street. Got some Picassos up here. We'll go one more street down. So, yeah, I mean, we're ending up in a familiar area now. But it's definitely different than the past 2 days. Oh my God, that freaking water bottle, bro, is gonna kill me. Let's put it in my pack. I took it off my pack because I don't want to deal with the extra weight, but at this point, it's slowing me down. Gonna get me in a wreck down here. Gonna get me in a wreck. A backpack and a scooter, but no kid to go with it. It's kind of strange. Well, watch out for nails and other sharp objects. And jump on the train. I'd have to be on the other side though. Look at that wreckage in there. Look at this place. Some freaking Mad Max shit in there. Stuff, Mad Max stuff. We're getting the afternoon phone call. I don't recognize this number. All right. So we are at Santa Ana Regional Transportation Center. So two homeless guys in there. One guy's playing ukulele. I shit you not. I wish. I need to put my camera on my helmet, I guess. Every once in a while I can give you guys a dizzy experience. Going over these, a bunch of these tiles are broken. So I guess, so the last couple of times I went down Lincoln over here, I didn't go down to Hart Park. So if I turn right, that takes us to, this street's called Santa Ana. And then that would take us over to Grand Street. So going to work this way up Grand and then turning on Santa Ana right here is actually a really cool, very cool ride. And unfortunately, they have this alley blocked. So I could lift my bike over it, but it's not really worth it. Oh no. This is the sports team. So yeah, that alley comes out right here. So it'd be a nice cut if they would get rid of that. It's not a barricade, whatever those things are called. So this should all look familiar. I usually turn right here on Lincoln, or not on Lincoln, on I don't even know the name of the street, but I'm usually coming out this way. This is Lincoln right here that we're on. So that little section was called Lydia Romero Cruz. The video, so today's Wednesday, so when you watch this, it could be all the way, this might not even come out until Saturday or Friday, but Wednesday is the day that I published that video of my late ride home from work. When I went on Palmyra, I went on the looked at the Halloween decorations. Yeah, that video was just, the viewing quality was good. I mean, you know, the footage looks good, but I totally messed up on that video. It was like, the song I picked from, I just picked random beats, you know, that I think go with the video, the preview. So that's what I did, and then after I had already gone through, I think I talked about this already, once it went through YouTube, it got a copyright on it. So then through YouTube editing, I was able to substitute a song in there, but the song didn't have any, the beat didn't have any like options, or I didn't explore any options for, you know, the music to fade in or fade out. So when the music stops, it stops halfway from me talking, like starting the video. So it just sounds real bad, and then I accidentally left a little strip on the screen that says default text. So whenever you're gonna write on your videos, you know, it comes up and it says default text, and then you edit that out and write in whatever you're going to write in, and, you know, change the font or whatever you want to do. And for some reason I left a blank, I left the default text on there. It just looks really bad. I don't know that, maybe I've done that before. I'm sure I've done it before, but I don't like making those types of mistakes. But so it was either live with it or take it down, and then nobody has anything to watch. I wouldn't have been able to, I guess I could have took it down and then uploaded it when I got home, but then it'll get jammed up with the video that I want to do tonight. I need more time. So I rarely ever use generic, I smelt food right now. I smelt somebody barbecuing. So I never really use like generic charcoal when I barbecue. I always use, maybe to some people, Kingsford or whatever it is generic, but to me that's like name brand. So I didn't want to, for the same size of bag of charcoal, just like enough to do a couple of barbecues on a regular standard size barbecue. The Kingsford or whatever was like $10, and this other store brand one, I think it was called Char King. Char King, I think, something like that. Which is kind of funny, because it does char. That stuff was so I put in about half the bag to do a bunch of chicken, a bunch of drumsticks, and I don't know how many there were, like 16 probably. They were good, by the way. My wife had them marinating all day, and so my backyard's a mess. I don't ever have time to go back. It's a very small yard, and the people we rent it from don't pay for landscapers or anything like that. We pay a lot of money, but they don't really take. They don't want to throw that in. So in turn, it just kind of overgrows, and then I cut it down, overgrows and I cut it down. We have this tree in the backyard that has this strange type of fruit that grows on it. They're like green, and they're bigger than a fig. I don't know what it is. They're terrible though. I mean, I don't know what type of fruit it is. Anyway, so that tree's kind of overgrown, and it hangs over in front of the sliding glass door, and my barbecue sits right there. And so I dumped the Char King in the grill, and when I light it up, I'm expecting it to not light well, but I did notice, like, it's the match light one, so I noticed this very strong smell of fuel. And man, when I put that one match in there, I mean, it might as well have been gas. It was like boof, and it just started right away, one little wooden match. So then I go into the house, and I see like flashing outside and shadows in the living room, and I look out there, and that flame was probably 3.5 feet coming out of the top of the barbecue, and it's like, so it's high, it's way up here, and the tree's tall, but I could see the leaves on that tree turning black. So I, pulled the barbecue out of there. But it went on like that for 3 or 4 minutes, just intense heat and flame from the charking. And but it worked. Probably not that interesting of a story, but we're gonna be a little more cautious with the charking in the future. But it's good. I mean, it works good. I think it just doesn't last as long as like other brands. All right, we're going to the Badlands. This is the first time taking this bike through the Badlands. We've been on the Santiago Creek Trail before, but not here. So I feel pretty confident dealing with humans that I would encounter down here. I think I definitely have a fighting chance if anything ever got crazy. But it's people's dogs that kill me, that scare me. Like, people walk the craziest dogs down this path in this area, freaking pit bulls and these weird hybrid dogs, freaking Cujo, and man, it's just gnarly. Then you got Benji right here. That's funny. I'm talking about crazy dogs, and that dude's carrying this little white freaking miniature or something. People and their crazy dogs. All right, ooh, we're at Hart Park. So I'm at the point where I can pretty much focus just on riding, and on this bike now. At first I was just trying to push through, like, and kind of I was struggling on this bike. I mean, much easier than the beach cruiser, but now I feel like I can kind of troll around. And let's go ahead and climb this since we're here. If we're getting into shape, we might as well do it, right? Oh man, I almost broke this chain. So I loosened the cable. I'm not too sure why it's still shifting. No gypsies here today. It's cleared out. It's just a bunch of regular people. It's crazy how people just blindly walk into a bike lane. All right, hill climb. Oh, I should have shifted, but I gotta build up the power. Still have a few more hill climbs. All right, let's see what time it is. 5:39. I don't remember what time I left. Probably 4:30 or something. Oh yeah, my legs are getting tired. Not too bad. Oh. So that's cool. At least you guys are gonna get to see my progression. Stay in your lane, bro. It was the same thing when I got the e-bike, you know, I was riding mostly on the sidewalk and just kind of getting used to it, and then, you know, after a while out in the streets and going on longer and longer rides. Hopefully my camera's not crooked when I'm riding with one hand. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm actually pushing my right leg down with my arm. That's the I'm tired technique. All right. Didn't switch in time. Oh boy. I like to ride my bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle. right, we have one last monster hill. My legs are very tight like a tiger. Yeah, I may not make it up this one this time. This kid, he doesn't even care. When you're a kid, you don't even think about it, you just go. Kid's probably rode 20 miles already today. Maybe my tires might start getting a little bit low. All right, here we go. All right, did it. The splitter, we're doing the splitter. Santiago split, that's what they call this move. Santiago Creek Trail split. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's still so early. It looks so late. Freaking dog park. Yeah, he's got the e-bike. The Ebe. All right, one more hill. One more little hill. Finish strong. Sorta. Strong for me. All right, well, we've almost run out of trail. I've definitely run out of things to say. It's kind of crazy to think if you, I know I don't talk all the time, but hope I don't have water on my lens. It's kind of sprinkling. Yeah, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's 10 hours of talking, or at least space to fill with some sort of noise or entertainment. Oh yeah, this is the last hill right here. All right, so thank you very much for watching my videos. I appreciate it. I think that was a pretty good ride, actually. I mean, most all of them are. This morning's ride was hectic. I only slept probably 5 hours last night. I don't know, 4.5, 5 hours. And it's almost a full moon, which usually does affect my sleep.